Friday, February 25th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you as our storm system continues to blow on through the region today. And we're looking at a lot of wind all across the region, and winds in the mountains today, maybe gusting over 60 and 70 miles an hour. Piedmont wind gusts could exceed 40 and 45 miles per hour, so a lot of breeziness. Now, let's look back at the storm reports as we went through yesterday and last night. All the blue dots, that represents a wind damage report. Several tornado reports, in fact 10 of them, stretching from eastern parts of Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, and into middle Tennessee. And certainly it was a pretty active severe weather day. Now that band of showers continues to move on into the area. There's the Greenville-Spartanburg NEXRAD site. Now, of course, this is at the time I'm cutting this video, so this is an image from 5:11 this morning. Band of showers, some of the rain actually quite heavy, rolling on through. And there's the Raleigh NEXRAD perspective, that rain just arriving at that point in time, and the northwestern sections of the Triad around Winston-Salem. There's the big view on the radar, and up in the Great Lakes region, you get into the northern part of that area, and it's snow, but a lot of rain trailing down from that as that's pulling on in. Now here's the today's severe weather outlook. No slight risk area, just a couple of C-text areas, and really, I don't think many of us are going to wind up with any formal severe thunderstorm warnings being issued, but there's going to be a lot of wind even behind the system as we get into this afternoon. All the blue counties there stretching from Alabama and Florida up to southern New England. All of those areas are various wind products that have been issued for the winds out there today. Pretty mild start. Temperatures did indeed rise through the night, and we'll see a little bit of a cooler air mass move on in as we get into the day tomorrow. A lot of us in the 50s for highs on Saturday, but right back up well into the 60s on Sunday. There's the upper air chart, that potent disturbance cruising off just to our north, but we're kind of gearing up for the next one. There's on the European, the next system swinging in. This is 7 a.m. on Monday, and that's a pretty potent 500 millibar disturbance. And then I just threw this in to show you what it's doing all the way out, about 8 or 9 days from now. This is about on March 6th, and it's really strong upper level low just carving itself out there through the Ozarks, and that's a pretty moist system. A lot of rain and thunderstorm activity with that one next weekend, not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend. So let's kind of take this really quickly day by day. The shower chances will progress east very quickly. I think for the I-85 corridor, we're finished with the rain today by lunchtime, but a lot of wind, and it is going to stay windy pretty much all day long. And even behind the system, that's when we could see some wind gusts over 40 and 45 miles an hour, and again, even higher, 60, 70 plus type of gust up in the mountains. But the winds will die off quickly this evening, lows in the lower to mid-30s tonight, and then a quiet Saturday, good bit of sunshine, mid to upper 50s for a lot of Piedmont highs. Sunday, warm front lifts on our way, so a lot of clouds Sunday. I can't rule out a brief passing shower Sunday, but the chance of rain in any one location Sunday looking relatively small. But the next system gearing up, and here's the GFS representation of that Monday at 1 in the afternoon. Primary low there, parts of the Great Lakes region. Showers and storms breaking out south of it and then sag into the Carolinas Monday afternoon. The Canadian and the same general wavelength there as the GFS, with bringing the activity in during the day Monday. European just ever so slightly slower. This is 1 o'clock, the precip through 1 o'clock in the afternoon Monday. There's the 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. precip Monday, and then finally there's the 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. precip Monday. So the European's kind of more of a very late Monday afternoon, Monday evening type of deal, but the general idea is later Monday, Monday evening, another round of showers and maybe some thunderstorms will roll through. And even though, again, instability relatively limited, we'll have to keep an eye on severe weather potential with that one. All right, here we go on Tuesday. Looks cooler. Highs Tuesday, upper 50s to low 60s probably. And then we get into Wednesday as high pressure tries to build our way. It may actually cool down a little bit toward the end of next week, but still nothing cold in the offing there. I want to show you the GFS with that system toward the tail end of next week. That's Saturday evening with a good rain chance with that same system the European showed. The European was much more strong with the cutoff low than the GFS was. A couple of the indices to watch here. NAO trending back toward neutral. PNA kind of doing the same as well. So we'll kind of see. We may have some more cold air left in the offing here as we get into March. And, of course, we've had March winter weather around here, seems like fairly often the past several years. So we'll kind of see how that plays out as we get into the month of March. All right, thanks very much for watching. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.